Hi guys, it's SimLicy here. So welcome to another apartment renovation. It has been some time now since I have shared an apartment renovation on this channel. I don't even know how long it's been, but it's been a while. But I'm very happy to be sharing another one. I hope you guys do enjoy the speed build. If you're interested in more apartments, especially ones with custom content, I do have quite a few new ones on my SimLicy with CC channel, and I'll definitely have more to come because I really just love creating interiors with custom content so much. And so yeah, I really enjoy sharing those. So yeah, definitely check it out if you guys are interested. I'm hoping to have more builds and apartments up on this channel. I have a goal for myself, and I don't even want to say it out loud because I don't know if it's possible, because I'm very limited on the amount of time that I can create videos because I'm, you know, a stay-at-home mom, and kids take a lot of time, and so it's hard to make videos. But I really hope to have more out, and I really appreciate you guys being patient with me over this like past year or so of me not making that many videos. But anyways, I'm doing very well. I hope you guys are as well. For this apartment, I wanted to create something that was kind of mismatched, kind of on the cheaper side. I didn't want it to be like a dingy rundown like fixer-upper apartment, but I did want it to feel on the cheaper side, and I didn't want things to match necessarily. And the way I'm starting out now, everything is very mismatched, and it was becoming too much for me. And by the time I got to the living room, I needed to add some more coordination in the colors, and I think it ended up being a really cute apartment. And I love this black and white tile. I think it adds a lot of interesting pattern and contrast, but I think what was really bothering me was the green doors. I saw an image on Pinterest of this like living room that went into a kitchen, and it had these green sort of doors, and it wasn't the same green as I'm using here. It was more of like a really soft, almost pastel green. I mean, it was like a drawing, so everything was kind of more soft and dreamy looking, but the bright green, I don't know. If it would have matched maybe the green here on the window, maybe I could have tied it in a little bit better, or if I could have found like a green on a curtain. I tried adding some green curtains. I used the base game ones that are like the two separate pieces. You'll see here in just a moment, but it's just like it was too many different colors. And so I do really love doing these mismatched interiors where things feel a bit more realistic, but I don't know, I think I was just getting carried away with it. Let me know if you guys agree. But you'll see it become a little bit more cohesive. You can probably tell from the thumbnail, but here when I get to the living room. But I added a shelf here at the base of the window. I thought this was a nice spot just to add some extra clutter and make the apartment feel, you know, lived in and decorated, and basically all those sorts of feelings. The decorations that I'm trying to pick out for this apartment are ones that feel like, well, on the cheaper side, I wanted it to feel like things weren't expensive, but also I wanted to feel like maybe the Sims have things that they've kept from just moving out of their parents' house. So I wanted some things to look a little bit more childish, or like a teenager might own them. So I think this little alarm clock shows that, and some of the other decorations that I used throughout the build. So I didn't want it to feel very grown up, basically, because I do imagine this is the Sims like first apartment or a second apartment. Like they haven't been out on their own for very long, but I do think there are a couple living together on their own, and so that was my vision. But of course you could have a single Sim live here, or you could use the floor plan and change it completely and have different Sims living here. Yeah, I think this kitchen is super cute. I really like adding the kitchen in this part of this apartment. If you guys are curious where I'm building, you can see the address in the top left-hand side of the screen. Every once in a while, I do get comments of people asking like, what lot are you building on, or what apartment? The address is in the top left-hand side of the screen. I never change that, so it's the one that is generated by the game. And so if you need to find where I'm building, that's the spot to look. But here I'm moving on to the living space. Right now I have blue walls throughout the whole apartment besides the kitchen and the bathroom. And later on I go and add just a couple of brick accent walls just to add a little bit more pattern and kind of to break up the blue, because the blue I just felt was a bit I don't know, just a bit too much. But here is when I decided to change the color of the doors. I just changed them to the same wood tone as the kitchen counters. And I think it still has the feel that I was going for, but it's just a little bit more cohesive. I don't know, maybe I should have just pushed through and found a couch that I thought, but I don't know. Once I put this couch in here, I was like, okay, I need to get rid of the green. And so that's what I ended up doing. And this rug I thought just matched perfectly with the blue walls. And even though it doesn't have the same orange or really any orange as the couch, I mean, the pinky color is kind of an orange, but I just thought it matched the couch really nicely. And it has the blue throw blanket, and I just thought it was super, super cute. At this point, I meant to add a dining table, and then I totally forgot. So I do add one at the very end of the video in the kitchen, just like in the center. And yeah, I think that turned out pretty nice. But yeah, here I'm trying to find something to put next to the couch. I really liked the way this looked with a lamp next to the couch, but then I felt like it was going to not look very nice with something above it, with the painting right above the couch. I felt like if I would have two artworks right next to each other like that, I wouldn't like the way that looks. I usually don't like decorating like that. And then I was like, well, maybe I could do some shelving, and shelving would probably look okay, but just long walls without any height drives me crazy. So I was like, okay, a bookcase will be perfect to fill in the space, add the height and kind of balance that I'm looking for. I really like this TV stand that I made. I wanted to add clutter and like games and books and just, you know, all that homey sort of decor. And I wanted to pick things that made it feel more like a young couple lives here. So I think board games are excellent, because I know when my husband and I were first dating, we played a lot of board games. We never play board games now, but I mean, our children would rip the things right off the table, so that would not work. But I don't know, our son's getting old enough now. I think he could probably start learning to play some games, simple ones. But anyways, I really love playing board games, and you know, we would do that a lot, just like hanging out at the house, like put on something on the TV, have like something to drink, and play a board game. We do that all the time. Super fun. We still have lots of board games. We have like a whole cabinet full of board games. So anyways, I really like that touch. And I just put a small TV. I know some people prefer when the Sims have big TVs, and I don't really know why. I don't know if anybody says this anymore, but I remember a long time ago, I would always get comments from people like, why do you put such a small TV? And it's like, sometimes the big TV just feels too overpowering for the space, or too fancy. And I know like a big TV really isn't that expensive anymore like it used to be. But when I decorate for the Sims, a smaller TV symbolizes not as much money. And so I feel like if I put like a big flat screen TV in a cheaper looking interior, it kind of throws off the vibe that I'm going for. So I don't know, let me know if you guys agree. But this is the entryway, again, trying to pick things that look a little bit more youthful. So I think the basketball isn't necessarily youthful, but I think it kind of gives that feel a little bit. So I put that by the front door, as well as a yoga mat and some skateboards. I was thinking the skateboards were functional, and they're just like mounted on the wall as like a storage solution. I wish we had like a leaning skateboard. I have a custom content one, and I love it. I think it's such a cool decoration, and it feels very realistic for me because my husband skateboards, or at least he still does every once in a while. He more just like rides it to the store. But when he was younger, he would go to the skate park and you know, do lots of tricks and stuff. And so we still have a skateboard leaning by our front door, and so that's something I really like to add. But anyways, over here in the bathroom, I'm adding some clutter here on the counter, and I wanted to add like a little side table next to here just to add a little bit more storage. And I ended up finding this one from Snowy Escape, and I really need to make sure that the Sims can still access the toilet. I think they should be able to. So if I do end up changing this space, actually no, I already, yeah, okay, I need to edit this and save it again, but I already saved it to my library. But anyways, I'll figure it out, because I want to make sure that that toilet is functional, but I really want to have the extra clutter. But I wanted it to feel like this apartment didn't have the storage, so they added a little table to kind of compensate for their lack of storage and have their own storage solution. But over here is the bedroom. I didn't realize how massive this bedroom was going to be before decorating it. And then once I placed the bed, I was like, oh, this is a really big bedroom. And it kind of made me feel like this wasn't a cheap apartment anymore, because I feel like a small bedroom, or at least small square footage, gives more of a cheaper feel. But I don't know, maybe they scored with a big bedroom with still having a cheap apartment. But I filled it in with a desk, a bookcase. I ended up using that really cool bookcase that we got with, oh, what was that one kit that came with like the cow print and the strawberries and it's super colorful. It was the one that Plumbella worked on. I can't remember the name of it, but anyways, you'll see me place the bookcase here in just a little bit. I thought it was really fun because it added that youthful feel and it added some different color and contrast. And this one, I thought this one looked really fun, and it added some more decoration because the shelves are decorated, and I do add a few more storage pieces, not peaches. These curtains, by the way, I noticed that they absorb shadows from other objects. I don't know if it has to do with the curtains themselves, because I don't notice it on many other curtains, but these ones in particular, they absorb a lot of shadows. So I ended up getting rid of one of the windows and curtains just to sort of get rid of the shadow thing, and so I could have that bookcase because it was casting too much of a shadow on the curtains. But anyways, I really like this closet. Sometimes walk-in closets can feel a bit luxurious, and so I wanted this one to not feel luxurious, and so I think it does. Hopefully that comes across. And then I just add another plant over there, a chair, and the entryway to the bedroom is quite narrow, but I wanted to have a dresser in case the Sims couldn't access the closet, because I don't really think they can get to the clothing in there. And so they do have another storage space for their dresser, and then I'm just cluttering it up with different things around the desk, and again an older computer just to sort of give it that feel that I was going for. And I really liked putting this whiteout board above it just to sort of maybe mark out some plans and dreams and goals and stuff that these Sims have. I thought that was pretty nice, and yeah, I think this bedroom ended up being super cute, so hopefully you guys do like it as well. I love this bed that came from Growing Together. I love all the different colors and patterns. I think it's super fun. But yeah, here I'm just adding some decoration to the shelving, and I think this is pretty much it for the bedroom. Oh yeah, here I'm just adding the bricks that I was talking about. So it's just in a couple of places. It's not a lot. I'm thinking I probably should have added them in that last spot in the living room. But anyways, here I'm adding a dining table, and then we're on to the screenshot. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this apartment, and hope you guys enjoy the screenshot. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Awake, tired and lazy, the cute sounds you make while sipping your coffee. I know there's a world outside, but right now it's you and me, just you and me, baby. Roll out of bed, I love when you're hazy, rewatching Friends for the millionth time. Well, I know there's a world outside, but right now it's you and me, just you and me, baby. Yeah, I did my time, the ups and downs, but now life's been treating me kindly. Because of you, my life's not blue anymore, 'cause you are my baby.